I need help. Well, no, not in general. I just need help picking my next JRPG because I'm in the end stage of the current game that I'm playing, and I'm now thinking about what I'm going to be playing next. So with this in mind, we're going to have a look at 8 JRPGs I want to play next. Now, before we get cracking on with the list, hello, John aka Chicken Fillets here. If you like JRPGs helping me pick my next JRPG and like hearing a wee Scottish guy talk about it, well, please consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, let me know if you agree with these games and if I should be playing them, or if there's any ones that I've missed out, let me know in the comments down below. Now, we'll try and do this in a one-shot, one-take format, and I have got a list written out in front of me to talk about the games.
You just made the list!
So we're going to kick off with a title known as Alliance Alive Remastered HD. So this one is a remaster of a Nintendo 3DS game which was released on the likes of the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and it came to PC as well. Now this one I have never played before, but I wanted this one for a very long time. I had this in a wish list for buying the physical version for the Nintendo Switch, but it always fluctuated round about £45 to £50 for a second-hand copy. Now, I, having a Steam Deck now, managed to get this one really cheap for about £5 from CD Keys. Now, what has attracted me to this game, realistically, is the art direction with this game. It reminds me a lot of Bravely Default with its chibi art style and its colourful, I'm repeating myself, colourful colour palette. We got there. We got there. It has turn-based combat from my knowledge as well, and it has one of my good old favourites, a world map. Now, it has that nostalgia hit for me here. It just reminds me of like some Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 1. You know, your PlayStation 1 era JRPGs. I love a good world map when it comes to JRPGs. It is one I quickly tried out. I have this mentality with when I buy games is I quickly try them just to make sure they're working. Although realistically, when you have a game digitally, you shouldn't really have to worry about it. But hey ho, that's my mentality with gaming. What I did play, I really liked, and it did play kind of like Bravely Default when you're walking around the little towns, etc. I'm excited to play this one eventually. Let me know, should I play this one next? And if you have played it, what are your thoughts about it? So next up, we have an indie JRPG, and it's called Lunarlux. Now, Lunarlux, we follow a character with pink hair who is on the moon. Now, it does have turn-based combat as well, from my knowledge. Now, the turn-based combat does look a bit complicated. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, how can turn-based combat be difficult? From what I've seen, there is a lot of different mini menu screens within battle. Maybe I just am overlooking into it, but this game looks fantastic. Anyway, now from my knowledge as well, I've been told that the game lasts about 10 to 15 hours, which is great. I love a palate cleanser JRPG because not every adventure needs to be 100+ hours. And if you've just come off the back of a big JRPG, still want to, play another JRPG, this could be a perfect one for you. Because let's give an example. Earlier on in the year, I played Jack Move, which is about 10 hours, and that was a great palette cleanser. So Lunarlux, I'm really looking forward to this one. Gorgeous pixel art, and I just can't wait to give this one a shot. Let me know if you've played this one before. Now, the next title, which is actually up for the running of the next game I'm going to play, is Nier Replicant. Now, before we talk about Nier Replicant, let's just give you a little brief history about my love of Nier Automata, which will link to this Nier Replicant, trust me. Nier Automata is one of my all-time favourite games. Not just JRPGs, games. The story, the characters, and the gameplay just hooked me. It was an amazing experience. Now, hands up, I've still not properly played Nier Replicant. I have tested it out on my Steam Deck when I did buy it for that, just to make sure once again that it was working, and it has got that fast-paced combat. Now obviously Nier, which was released before Nier Automata, laid the groundworks. Now, my understanding, and I could be wrong, again, I'm doing this in a one-shot, one-take format, is that Nier Replicant is a remaster or slash remake, I think it's a remaster of the Japanese version of Nier, where you play as a different character. I think it's Nier Geralt. I'm just, as I said, this is like, I'm recording this about 7 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, so Nier Replicant, I'm really looking forward to playing this one. Again, it's going to have that multi-character story, because we've got the protagonist, who's referred to as Nier. We have the character, she's wearing the blue dress and got the double swords. Again, this one looks amazing. It's got the fast-paced combat I'm looking for, and I'm hoping that the story gets up to the same level as Nier Automata. I have no doubts about that. Let me know what your thoughts on Nier Replicant are. Now, another title which is actually DLC that I really need to get round to playing, and I'm really surprised I've not done so thus far, is Sea of Stars, A Throe of the Watchmaker. So, last year, Sea of Stars was in my top 10 games played in 2024. I know the game released well before then, but that's when I played it.
Oh, did you?
And I absolutely loved Sea of Stars. The characters, story, once again, the pixel artwork with that one is fantastic, and the music is chef's kiss with it. So the fact that this DLC was free, it's proper story DLC, and it does look absolutely fantastic. It's got that sort of circus delay. I think, you know, that circus, big circus elsewhere. It looks really fun with this as well. And look, I would love to jump back into the adventures of the Solstice Warriors, Valir and Zale. I just absolutely love Sea of Stars and anything for it. Again, I'm talking about how much I love the game, but yeah, I've not played it. I really should make this the next one I play. It just looks fantastic. Right, so the next one. Now, this is my little sin that I've got with my games, because I have got Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, which I've not, one, played, and two, I've not taken out the cellophane wrapper since I bought the game.
Down with this sort of thing. Careful now.
I want to say it was last year. Yes, it was last year when James from the Review Ting was up in my end of the woods in the UK. I remember buying it from Smith's Toys of all places, and I still haven't played it. So this is a perfect excuse to unwrap that box and play this game finally. Paper Mario, the last time I played a Paper Mario game, it was actually my first one, was Paper Mario The Origami King. Now, I enjoyed that game to a degree. I mean, the story was good, the graphics of that game is fantastic, the Paper Mario games always look amazing, but the problem I had with it at the time was the turn-based combat, the circular base that you stood on. There was no sort of reward for this. If you won a battle, then you just got some coins. There was no sort of level progression, etc. And realistically, that took the shine away from the game. You were just starting to avoid enemies. But with this, from my understanding, this is a proper turn-based combat game, and I think there is leveling within this title. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm correct with that or not. But this one looks amazing. It is a absolute fan favourite. It's seen as one of the best Paper Mario games. And I remember when this got announced via the Nintendo Direct, I thought this game looked gorgeous. So I am looking forward to finally breaking the seal with this one. I'm playing Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Let me know if I should or not. Now, sticking with the Nintendo Switch, this is a title that I got for it a good while ago, and I have played a good bit of it, but I got stuck with a boss, and realistically, with its latest DLC that was just released, I should get back on it and try it again, because I know it's fantastic. It is the indie JRPG known as Chained Echoes. Now, yes, I know it's pretty bad that I've not completed Chained Echoes. I got stuck on a boss, tried it multiple times, I just could not get past it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It was a genie which changed up its magic or something like that, like its elemental weaknesses. It just kept on changing it and I just could not manage it. I know, disgusting behaviour from me. The art direction with this, the pixel artwork is gorgeous with this game, and it has a beautiful soundtrack. Well, from what I did hear of it, I think I got about 10 to 15 hours into this game, but again I got stuck on that boss, and realistically this is one of the best indie JRPGs which have been released within the past couple of years. Yeah, it's kind of shocking that I've not actually got round to completing this one. Now, with the new DLC just being released, it's kind of kicking me into high gear to play this game again, whether it's starting from anew or carrying on with my save file and trying to take on that genie once again. I mean, I wish that genie would get back in the bottle and bugger off, to be quite fair, but hey ho. Chained Echoes, let me know down below if I should be playing this one next. Now, I have been thinking about another Nintendo Switch title, one of my all-time favourites, one of my all-time favourite JRPGs in general. It is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 follows the journey of Rex and Pyra on their way to Elysium. It is an absolutely breathtaking JRPG, this one, with massive scope and scale and the auto battle system. Now, with this, it is, as I mentioned before, one of my all-time favourite JRPGs. It was my first Xenoblade Chronicles game, and it is still my favourite Xenoblade Chronicles game, which was released on the Nintendo Switch. The characters are fantastic. I love Rex and Pyra and their chemistry. I love the team in general, likes of Nia, and with this as well, being on the back of these massive titans, I never experienced anything like this with any JRPG. I just found this breathtaking, and the colour palettes was amazing. Yeah, I'm gushing aside, why am I thinking about playing this one now? Again, bringing up my good friend James from the review ting, well, he is currently starting to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the first time. So I wanted to kind of go on the journey side by side with him, because we did something similar where he was playing Final Fantasy IX recently and I decided to play it at the same time. It was kind of good to talk about this game and pass notes, etc. Although I've completed Final Fantasy IX many times, but it would be great to kind of compare notes once again with him who's playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the first time. Whoa, this is getting very tempting to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or should we look at my final pick, which is on the list of JRPGs I could play next, and it's Final Fantasy XVI. Now this is the 16th mainline entry in Final Fantasy. We are following our protagonist Clive in their battle against the crystals. Now this title is kind of a step away from the usual Final Fantasy formula, because this one really fully embraced action-based combat. It had highly influenced combat from Devil May Cry. Now this has got a darker story as well, which I really enjoyed with it. It has a stellar voice cast with the likes of Ben Starr providing the voice for Clive Rossfield. So the reason that I'm wanting to play this one again is because I've not played the DLC for it, and the DLC was on sale not too long ago and I got the DLC for my PlayStation 5, so I've uploaded it and I just need to get round to actually playing it. So I think this would be a perfect opportunity to start the game again and then play the DLC after it. So the DLC, what's it called again? I think it's called Rise of the Fallen, Echoes of the Fallen, something along those lines. There's two bits of DLC, and I know in one of them you're fighting one of the ultimate weapons, and then the other one you're fighting Leviathan, who is talked about within the Final Fantasy XVI story. Listen, Final Fantasy XVI is a cracking title. It is kind of one which has mixed opinions about it. I think it's mainly down to the combat, because a lot of people are wanting for Final Fantasy to go back turn-based combat like the first 10 games. So there we go, Final Fantasy 16. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one. But with that in mind, that is 8 JRPGs that I want to play next. Is there any on this list that I should be prioritizing, or is there a title that I've not talked about that I should be playing next? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like what you're hearing and seeing on this channel, please help me grow it by liking, sharing and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillets, you know what to do. Hit that notification bell. This has been John, aka Chicken Fillets, and until next time, tatty bye.